Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Pokemon collection video from me. So in today's video we are going to be looking at my Azumarill collection, or Azumarill, whichever you would like to say. I say Azumarill, but I think because its pre-evolution is Marill, it's probably Azumarill. But for the purposes of this video I'm going to say Azumarill because that's what I'm used to. So as you guys might know, I collect primarily rabbit Pokemon. Some that I've decided are rabbit Pokemon, but Azumarill is decidedly a rabbit Pokemon. So we'll start with my folder that I have all of my Azumarill things in. So we'll start with TCG as usual, and then we'll move on to some other products. So this is the little 4-pocket Grailguard binder that I keep my Azumarill collection in. This also stores my Poplio line collection, so Poplio, Brionne and Primarina. But of course I'm just going to be showing Azumarill today. So let's go ahead and open this. And we're going to be starting with my TCG. So like most of my collections, what I am aiming to do is get every card in English, both the regular and the reverse, and potentially any variations there may be, such as stamped promos, etc. I start from the oldest and move to the newest, and again these are all in English. So I have a fair amount of Azumarill TCG. You can see the ones I don't have. As you can see, I don't have Aquapolis 4 out of 147, nor do I have the reverse. Now, I can't see because my tripod is in the way, but hopefully you can see these cards. I will pull them out. I don't know if I'm going to pull them all out, but I will see if you can see them a little bit better as I move them up. So this one is a gorgeous holo pattern. This is, I believe, the first Azumarill ever made in English. Then we have the light Azumarill, again in a holo. Hopefully you can see these. Again, I can't really see what I'm showing you because of the tripod. Moving on to the next page, as you can see there's a lot missing here. The only one I have on this page is EX Delta species. It's lots of room to grow for the Azumarill collection. Moving on, again, quite sparse. We have the black and white boundaries crossed Azumarill. Again, hopefully you can see these. And we have the Primal Clash Azumarill, the first fairy Azumarill that you're seeing. I miss fairy cards. But Azumarill is, of course, a water fairy, so that's why they made fairy cards of them. Again, quite a lot to fill in on this page. Moving on, we have a page that is almost full. Some of my sleeves are falling out here, unfortunately. And this has some of my favourite Azumarill cards. This illustration is one of my favourites, also from Primal Clash. Apologies that I knocked the tripod there. It's sort of a full art. I can't remember if Azumarill has a full art. I think we'll find out in a minute. I honestly can't remember. So if Azumarill doesn't have a full art, then this one is the one that will do it. But I absolutely love these old style full arts, if you can call them that, in quotations. I love them. And this is another one of my favourites, the XY Steam Siege card. As you can see, it is a dual fairy water type. Again, they don't do these anymore, but I absolutely love it. And what I find really special about this one is it is actually the shiny Azumarill, who is yellow. So I've mentioned in some of my Pokemon collection videos before, not all of my Pokemon that I collect for got a shiny card, but Azumarill luckily did. And then we have this set here, and unfortunately the name of the set absolutely escapes me. And I do also have the reverse for that. This is the first time we're seeing a reverse Azumarill, and I love the water pattern on this old reverse. And then we have another fairy Azumarill, which is the Lost Thunder. So moving on to the next page, we get into some more modern Azumarills now. So this is a Sword and Shield Azumarill. You'll have to forgive me, but I can't remember the name of the set. See if you can see it. Potentially Battle Styles, maybe Fusion Strike. I can't quite remember. And again, I do have the reverse for that. It's a little bit dark today, so apologies you can't see too well. Then we have our first Scarlet and Violet Azumarill, which is Paldean Fates. And here's the reverse for that, or Paldea Evolved. I can't remember if PAL is Paldean Fates or Paldea Evolved. I do apologise. Then we have an Azumarill in Psychic, this time from Temporal Forces. And that's the reverse. Next we have Stellar Crown. I need to find a better way to film these top-down videos. And then we have the reverse for Stellar Crown. Moving on, we have our final page, and we actually have a stamp here. This may be the first time you're seeing a stamped promo in one of these videos of mine. And first up, we have the Surging Sparks Azumarill, and this is the, I think, League stamp promo. I don't actually know a great deal about these League stamps, but I think this means that someone won a tournament? No, they're the World Championship decks, aren't they? I'm not sure. You'll have to let me know. I'm not too familiar with the stamps. And there's the reverse, of course, of the Surging Sparks Azumarill. and the most recent Azumarill at time of recording, which is the EX from Ascended Heroes. So I was correct, I don't believe there is a full art Azumarill. That is all of the TCG that I have. So up next we have my Azumarill stickers. So the first 6 are all Daichipan stickers. I'm not going to show them in much detail, but you know I love Daichipan stickers. I especially love this one that has 2, and you can see how the colour has changed over time with Azumarill. So this one is a lot lighter, I don't know if you can see that, and the one underneath is a lot darker. Then I don't think this is an official sticker, and we have this one here which also shows Marill and Azumarill. Then some more stickers on the left here. We have the Bandai Kids sticker. I apologise, this is the Bandai Kids sticker. This one I can't remember what it's called, and we have an Armada there. And then over here we have some more official Azumarill products. Again, I don't have that much. So we have a newspaper clipping from Japan, and we have a sort of POG style chip. I'm not entirely sure what that is. And finally we have this page, and you're getting a bit of a sneak peek into my Poplio collection, so please ignore that. I do love the First Partners promo, but we're not here for Poplio. This is my unofficial Azumarill cards. So these are the Peruvian Christmas card. We have 2 IF cards here and another Peruvian card. So these are unofficial, but they're just there to sort of bulk out the Azumarill collection, I suppose. But yes, let's ignore Poplio. So that's that binder, at least until we see my Poplio, Brionne and Primarina collection. Please ignore the mess on the blanket, by the way. I've only just noticed it like this. I have a bunny rabbit, so this is little bits of hay that have accumulated on the blanket that need to be hoovered up, so do ignore those. But now we have some Azumarill postcards. I may have shown these in a short video, so you may have already seen these. We have this Pokemon Center online calendar sheet, and you can see Azumarill just there. And this calendar postcard was for July of 2025. Then we have this beautiful postcard, which obviously was pulled out of a set, I believe. I absolutely love this one. It doesn't do it justice on camera, but the watercolour that they used is beautiful. And then we have my favourite postcard that has Azumarill. You will have seen this in my Baneri collection and my Bunnelby collection, funnily enough. But an absolutely beautiful picture there with, of course, lots of other Pokemon around it as well. But I particularly love this one as I say, a Pokemon bunny collector, because we've got 3 of them. So next we'll move on to figures. And this one's quite a recent acquisition. We have this Azumarill figure here. Actually, this isn't one of my recent figures. This one is from... Do you know, the name escapes me. I've been buying them for my husband for ages, and the name of the set completely escapes me. If you have like a Smith's Toys near you, they sell them in there. They're like battle packs, is that the name? I completely forget. I actually think I pilfered this one from my husband because it was a set of 2. So this is the more recent one that I got on Whatnot, and it's a lot smaller. His tail pops off, so I had to put the tail on myself, and this also came with a Marill, but I'm just showing Azumarill today. And you can see there's quite a size difference between the 2. Up next, we have this, which I think, don't quote me, is a Rement figure. So it is an Azumarill in a Pokeball. It's a little bit damaged, mine, unfortunately, but I still love it. I do have a Spinder one of these. Don't quote me, but I think they're called the Terrarium collection. Maybe I've got that wrong. But the Azumarill comes out, as you can see. And I also got a little tiny weeny berry with that set, and the base comes out as well. This one's a little bit tricky. Again, I don't know if mine is broken, but he doesn't stand very well, whereas in my Spinder one, I think it's Spinder and Pikachu, and they stand quite well. So that is all of my Azumarill figures, and I just have one more thing to show you, and it is this Azumarill Sitting Cuties plush. I'll turn him round. Look at his little tail, how adorable. And this you can get from the Pokemon Center. I absolutely love him. Just look at his little chunky boy. So quite a small collection and short video for Azumarill. They're definitely a Pokemon I want to get more items for in the future. So thank you very much for watching. Again, as I say in all of these videos, if there is a Pokemon you would like to see a collection video for, then please let me know. And until next time, bye Embers.